Quick question before we get started. When was the last time that one listing actually worked for you in 5 different ways? And if you're drawing a blank, listen, you're not alone because that's exactly what we're going to fix today. I'm Annette Anthony, Director of Corporate Engagement here at Exit Realty Corp International, and this is Stop Reposting, Start Repurposing. Now, let's start with what actually happens on a lot of listings. You post it once, you put the sign in the yard, and then nothing. Does that sound familiar? Now, here's the problem, and in one simple sentence, is that most listings get exactly one touch. That's it. One post that gets scrolled past and nothing after that. Now, I'm going to show you that there is an absolute better way. We're going to do this through Property Spotlight and reusable sign writers. Now, every listing you post can generate its own QR code and its own shareable link. That link takes people straight to clean details with full overview of the property, loaded with information, no extra content creation, and no extra design work. So I'd like to demo this for you. Okay, so I'm going to live drive where you can find this, the QR code that's made for you automatically, as well as the shareable link. Now I'm logged into a test account for Veda Dwalaby, franchisee in Oklahoma, and we're going to go into a specific property. So we're going to go to the properties page. When we go into the property page, we're going to click on a specific listing. Now, this happens for all the listings. All right, we're going to go to this one at 4304 Bridgewood Lane. When we click on this property, let's take a look. So Property Spotlight, you're going to find this over on the right-hand side. When you select Property Spotlight, here it is. You've got your QR code, you've got your shareable link, but I want to give you a little bit of a tour of more things. So for example, the QR code here. You can download either the web or the print version. So let's just say you wanted to create something creative with your QR code. How do you get that QR code? You just simply select Print QR, and then it's going to download a file on the right-hand corner in your downloads. Here it is. It's beautiful. It's a PNG file. It's ready for you to share or do as you wish. You also have the ability under Appearance to make some changes. And this is, we give you some grace because depending on where you're going to stick this QR code, we want to make sure that the background doesn't interfere. So we give you some options. So for example, the logo type. Do you want to match the QR color, with the logo? Do you want to remove the logo? Remove the logo. Okay. Do you want to come into a teal logo? So there's a lot of different options that you can choose from. I like them to match the QR, if I'm being honest. But you can also go in here to the QR color and the QR background color, and you can make some changes. Again, a little bit of flexibility goes a long way. Now let's take a quick look at interesting ways that you can use your QR code as well as your shareable link. So what I've already done is I've copied the link, and we're going to go into an example on Facebook, because how do we want to promote this on Facebook, right? We don't just want to say new listing. Listen, that's been overdone. And I'm sure you guys see this a lot. There's got to be more ways that we can interact with people who are seeing our posts. Here's an example that I've seen top producers do. So for example, you could say something like, I'm helping another great family make a move. That means a beautiful home in the Mustang School District is now available. Let's play Guess the Days on Market. Do you see what we're doing there? We've got a little bit of a twist, and we're giving people simple instructions to just click on the home details, close your eyes, and make a guess, right? And they can go to the form, they can fill out the details, they can enter their guess, and then submit. Of course, all that information, their contact information, even their guess is going to go right into your inbox, which ultimately creates a lead opportunity for you too. So not only do they get to interact with you in a unique way, but you're generating connections. You're not just posting for people to just, browse right through. You're showing them the actual post. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to post this. Super easy to do. We provide you the link. You can go ahead and share it. But remember, put a twist on it. You don't just want to post the actual listing. Give them something that they can go, they can click on the details, and they can go and they can search for more information. And as they're scrolling through, they're looking for the days on market, right? Maybe their guess is close. But they can go through, see all the great details about the photo or about the listing, points of interest, commute distance and time, lots of great things. You'll notice here on the right-hand side that they can fill out the form, enter their guess in the message area, provide consent, and then get in touch with you. This is what it looks like on desktop, but I'm going to tell you, it looks really good on mobile, as it should. So put a twist on it. All right, let's take a look at some more details. Now the QR code. What do top producers do with the QR code? So let me show you. I want to show you what they do with it. All right. The QR code could be shared in a lot of unique ways. Now, there is a property flyer that's created for you. So we do the hard work already completed for you. So inside of the properties page, you'll see where you can click on flyers, you can download your flyer, and it's done. The flyer includes the QR code. So it's not just a static flyer with basic details about the property. You're able to give them an immersive experience by them scanning the QR code and then discovering more about the property. It's about the neighborhood. It's about average home values. It's about other properties that are available for sale. It's the commute distance and time. It's a walking score. It has much more rich information about the property, which makes it so much more immersive with your contacts, people that are interacting with your property. So the QR code on your property flyer just gives it that much more lift. Another way is send an invitation to the neighbors, right? A piece that literally says, come take a look. Ask questions, scan the QR for more information. It turns the QR code into an invitation, not just an announcement. Another way you can leverage this is by creating some treats. So when people come into your open house, you can put the QR code on a treat, so on a tag, and it's something that people are actually going to pick up. And a bag of popcorn is so irresistible, right? When people come through the open house, they're browsing, they're just snacking, they're walking through. You know, a popcorn bag with a QR tag is memorable, and it probably is going to be taken home instead of just thrown away. Here's another idea that top producers leverage QR codes, and that's with the landing page. So think about this. What if you have lots of images about the property that you're not really going to use in all of your marketing, but you don't want to waste those beautiful images? Well, you can create a landing page, right, where it's a photo gallery, room by room, and maybe you create the QR code so that when people scan it, it takes them to more details about the property. You know, what it is it gives people more engagement. They're not just seeing the photos, but the QR code will draw them to see more details about the property. Here's another unique idea is that you can create a two-sided oversized business card. Now, this is a great one. It's another opportunity where you can introduce the listing. It's got a front side and a back side, and yes, it's got the scanning so that people can connect with the property. What else? Video. You've seen these great videos that agents are doing. You can actually overlay your QR code image onto the video. So as people are watching the video, they're playing the video, they don't have to leave the video. They'll see the QR code pop up. They can scan it with their phone and see more details about the property. Now, we talked about it being a better way. And another great way is our sign writer system. This is where you can create reusable sign writers for every listing. Now let's talk about the sign writer itself, right? One writer system, it's reused across every listing that you post. It's definitely less cost, less waste and less time waiting on printing. Here's an example of what it looks like in our resource center. Where you go to the properties page, you'll see a reusable sign writer. I want to demo this so that you can see this in real time. So when we go into the properties page, a couple things here. I'm just going to click back on properties. Let's go and start from the beginning. In the properties page, you're going to see an icon that says reusable sign writers. Now, this is where you can create the graphic, right? The QR code for your listing. And when you're ordering your sign writer, it's going to ask you for an image. And the image that you're going to pull is right here in your reusable sign writers. So, for example, I'm logged in as beta in the test account. You see here that there's 4 reusable sign writers created. I can just simply click and add more. So I can just continue to click create new sign writers. Perfect. You're going to see exactly which ones have been assigned to a listing and which ones have not. So here we've got this one. It's the numbers associated. It's your roster code with a dash and then SR for sign writer, number 6, all the way through as many sign writers as you want to order. Let's say we want to come in and we want to assign the listing now. So you just go through, you'll see that your listings are integrated, as is your branding. So your listings are integrated. I'm going to click on this one on Bridgewood Lane and then simply choose save. That's it. That's all you need to do. Now that sign writer has been assigned to this listing. Now, no doubt this listing is going to sell, okay? So you can always come back here to your dashboard. You can select unlink listing. It's going to say, are you sure you want to unlink this listing from the sign writer? You just simply click confirm. Now that sign writer is ready to be used for another listing. Now, the beauty of this is, let's say we go ahead and we assign a listing to each of these. So I'm going to make sure that we have all of these sign writers assigned. And Veda is very busy. She's got lots of listings. So we're going to assign them now. Now, if she has someone out there putting up her sign writers, you might be thinking, how will they even know what sign writer goes to what property, right? Well, we thought of that. And we found a really easy way. So let's say all of her sign writers are now assigned to a property. You have an export list here. So smart. So this Excel spreadsheet, you can just open this up. You'll specifically see all the sign writers with their number associated, and you'll also see what listing is it assigned to. That's it. So whoever's putting these sign writers up on your property, it's going to save them time too, because they're going to see the sign writer. The QR code has a number associated, and they'll know from the list which property does it need to go on. It makes their job so much easier. All right. And again, when these properties sell, and they do, you can always come here to your dashboard, unlink it. It's going to say, are you sure? Click confirm, done, and then you can reuse that sign writer again. Perfect. Okay. Now, if you want to order your sign writers, you just need to go to order signs. We do have wonderful approved suppliers that you can go to. If you have a local print provider, they're going to need that QR code file. So all you need to do is you've got the print QR or the web version. Just simply select print QR. And then here's your high resolution PNG file that you can readily share. And you'll see that the number associated to this particular QR code is here on the bottom right-hand corner. Makes it really easy to identify. And the reason we did this is because we wanted to save you some time. You'll always know which sign writers are yours and what number is it associated. And of course, you can come to your dashboard, create that Excel spreadsheet, and be able to know which sign writer goes to which property. The beauty of this, and I want to underscore this, your listings are integrated into this platform, so it knows. At any time, if you sell the listing, come into your dashboard. Confirm that you want to unlink that specific property to that particular QR code. And then you'll have it available to be used again and again. When was the last time that marketing like this actually paid you back, right? Love this. Okay, there's more. So the biggest thing that I want you to take away from is that you can repurpose these signs over and over again, which is great for your marketing. It's going to save you cost. It's going to save you time from printing. And, you know, what you also want to take back is that this is the whole idea right here, that the QR code lives right on the sign writer. Anyone walking by or they're driving by, they can scan it. It lands straight to the property information. Again, repurpose over and over again. Now, this is one rule before we move on, and we believe it's non-negotiable. We never want you to print a static code again. A dynamic code, like what we've shown you today, it lets you update the destination without ever reprinting a sign. So important. And if we talk about the flow, okay, remember, someone drives by or they walk by, they scan it, they land on all the property details, and their information comes to you as a lead when they fill it out. And that also includes the consent. No manual chasing, done. Now let's talk about, because I made a promise in the beginning about, in the description of this techinar, is that we want to help you turn one listing into 5 touches. So let's bring this all together. Now this is the same listing, same photos, same details, right? But now you've got a sign writer. You've got your property spotlight with your QR code and shareable link. You can create a postcard. You can definitely invite the neighbors, and you should. And you also have a creative post, but this time I want you to think about creating a post with a twist, where they need to go into the details, guess, and then send you their guess. 5 touches, 0 extra content creation, okay? Now, of course, as you've experienced in other techinars with me before, maybe this is new, I love to provide you with what you can actually do this week. I don't want you to just sit and watch another webinar. I want you to have takeaways that you can apply right now. These are the 5 things that we want you to consider. And let's talk about what you can implement immediately. The first being that I want you to create a postcard with a QR code. Okay. Step 2, we want you to share your QR code, but definitely with a twist. Don't just put new listing, because we all know that that's been oversaturated in this market. We need fresh ideas, and that's been overdone. Draw them in with something you want them to interact with your listing about. And then step number 3, which I believe is probably one of the most important things, and that's a bridge photo. What I mean by a bridge photo is you want to be standing by the sign with your phone out, scanning it yourself, because you want to demonstrate to your clients what they actually do. Some might not be familiar with this technology, but how amazing is it they have a leader like you, their real estate agent, that's walking them through on how to do this, okay? So these are your 3 action items that I want you to do today. Now that's it. All right, you've got the same listing that you already have. You've got 5 new touches, and none of it is extra content creation. Now, if you get stuck, just drop it in the chat. We're here for you. But we want to thank you for spending the time that you did with us. Now go and repurpose that listing. Make it a great day, everyone.